Welcome to Serenity, Game Systems Foundation. In the last video, we created a custom theme that fits the game aesthetic, so the user interface now has an identity of its own. Today, we're adding a gameplay feature, score and leaderboards. Using Serenity tools, we'll configure the score service, the leaderboard and its view, getting done in a few steps what would otherwise take time better spent on your game. This is the new Serenity Hub. Here you'll find Serenity's entire tool collection organized by category, with favorites and a search bar. Open the Score Settings tool. Here we can create or modify the game's score settings. Fill in the Identity section with the values you want. Under Metrics, we manage the list of score fields. In our case, we'll track meters, a float value. The Summary tab shows exactly what the tool is about to create. Pick the position where the system stalls into the initialization pipeline. Click Create and the score settings are done. Now let's keep track of the score in our game logic. For that, we create a new C# script. We'll use the player X position as the score. Every frame, while tracking is active, we add the distance traveled that frame to the score service. Notice we only ever call add, never register. The metric was declared in the wizard, and the registration has exactly one owner. In our game controller, we stop the score tracking when the player dies. And reset the run when the game restarts. The last piece is the bootstrapping. We initialize the game controller with the new logic we just wrote. In the game controller's init method, we add a parameter for the new script. And in the Bootstrap class, we grab the component from the player and pass it into init. Attach the new score tracking component to the player prefab. Next, we need a heads-up display. Open the HUD Builder tool. Click the Preview button to open the live preview. Choose the theme the preview should render with. Set the HUD ID and leave Generic Signal Definition checked. Add a new element and give it an ID. You can move, resize, and rotate elements or snap them to an anchor. Set the element's caption and the most important part, its representation kind. Let's use a number with 3 decimals. In the Data section, choose iSchool Service as the source and build the following chain. Call getSnapshot. Pick our majors entry. Then amount to read the value. In the Update section, we'll refresh on every frame. On review, check that everything looks good, and then click Create HUD. And the last step, we show and hide it through the game mode event. With the score system working, let's persist the result when the player dies. The leaderboard tool makes this easy. Choose the leaderboard type, set its ID, and pick the output folder. Now the score key, and look at this dropdown. The wizard found meters by reading the score settings we authored earlier. Declare once and every tool downstream already knows. In the backend section, we choose how entries persist. The default stores in player prefs. File stores readable files on the client. HTTP lets you submit through your own server. And direct database connects straight to Postgres, MySQL, SQLite, or MongoDB. This step quickly configures the leaderboard's view. And to save some menu wiring, we'll automatically add a main menu item that navigates to the leaderboard. In the summary section, you can review everything the tool is about to do. You can also set the installer's position in the initialization pipeline. When the leaderboard is created, you can go to the Leaderboard View Designer tool. Set the proper theme to see how it will look on each theme. Use some test data in order to see how the leaderboard table will be rendered. We're going to resize the background. For going back, we are creating a new button. On the column section, we're going to match with the leaderboard preview. Here we can change the column names, translate it, and change its alignment. We can also add a prefix and a suffix to the values. Don't forget to save your changes. Go to the player prefab and add a Unity Leaderboard Score Submitter component. Choose the leaderboard you just created. In the player display name, you can set the player's name. Leave it empty and it falls back to the name configured on the leaderboard. To submit scores, we tie the Unity Leaderboards custom meter to our game controller. Just like before, we inject it through the game controller's init method from the Bootstrap class. And here's the moment that matters. When the player dies, the death handler calls submit now. The state guard means exactly one submission per death. The whole of a run in 5 lines. Now let's show the highest score on the hat. To keep it simple, duplicate the score element and place it on the opposite side of the screen. The important part is the data section. Set the source to iLeaderboard top entry service. Read the top value from the leaderboard, including the local player score. Save the changes, and that's it. Let's recap. We used the new Serenity hub. We configured the score service in our game. We built a heads-up display to show the current score. We created a leaderboard reachable from a new main menu item. And we updated the HUD to show the leaderboard top entry. And all of it with the tool Serenity provides to make your life easier. In the next video, we add some spice, achievement, to give your players challenges worth chasing.